Hi yogis, today I've got a gentle flowing practice for you to help ease anxiety and help you find 15 minutes of peace in your busy day. Feel free to grab a yoga brick if you have one, no stress if you don't, it's not completely necessary, and come into a seated position that's comfortable for you. So I'm sitting up on a brick with crossed legs, sitting up nice and tall, and I invite you to close down your eyes and bring awareness to your breath. Bring left palm to your heart and right hand to belly. And we'll take some breaths together, slowing it down for a count of 5. To begin, exhale all the breath out, completely emptying the body of breath. And then inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale slowly for 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going like this, breathing in for 5 and breathing out for 5. And just releasing the count now, but keeping awareness on your breath. Just slowing things down to arrive on your mat. Nowhere to be but here. Hands can release back down to the knees. Slowly blink open your eyes. And on your next inhale, sweep the arms overhead. And exhale, left hand reaches for right knee, right arm reaches to the mat behind you, twisting to the right. Inhale to sit up taller, and exhale, twisting from the belly. 2 more breaths here. Then inhale, unwinding the twist, arms reach up, and exhale, right hand to left knee, left hand behind you, twisting to the left. Inhaling to sit up taller, and exhaling to twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, unwind, arms lift, and exhale, release the arms and transition to hands and knees, spreading the fingers wide. And then tuck the toes, press hips up and back to downward facing dog. Finding length in the spine here, slowly pedal out the legs to gently wake up the hamstrings. And then just finding some stillness in your down dog. There's no need to straighten the legs out completely if hamstrings are tight. On an inhale, come up onto your tiptoes, and exhale, send both heels over to the left, feeling a stretch down the right side of the body, turning your gaze underneath your right armpit. Coming back to center, lifting up onto tiptoes and sending both heels over to the right, feeling a stretch along the left side of the body, gaze turning underneath the left armpit. Coming back to center now and just finding stillness in your downward dog for a moment. And from here, begin to take baby steps up to the top of the mat. Feet meet the hands, bending the knees, forward fold, draping belly over thighs. Oh, I've just woken up Bruce with my hair. Clasping hold of opposite elbows and swaying from side to side. Releasing the hands, bending deeply into the left knee, place your left hand onto the mat or to a block and rotate your torso to the right, reaching the right arm up. Gaze lifts to look at the right hand if that feels okay on the neck. Releasing your twist and switch sides, so right knee bends deeply, right hand plants on the mat, chest rotates to the left and left arm reaches to the sky, gaze lifts and release, coming back into your forward fold, bending the knees, and begin to roll up slowly through the spine, coming up to stand, finding mountain pose Tadasana at the top of your mat, palms and toes facing forward, lengthening tailbone down. Inhale, lift the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinge from the hips, lowering the torso over long spine, forward fold. Inhale, spine lifts halfway, chest reaches forward. Exhale, rebend, step the feet back to plank, lower the knees and send hips back to heels, forehead to the mat, child's pose. Now inhale, rounding through the spine, roll forward onto hands and knees and lower the hips to the mat, transitioning to cobra, hands underneath the shoulders, chest reaching forward, shoulder blades gliding down the back. Exhale, arching the spine, press through the hands to downward facing dog. We're taking spinal waves from here, so inhale, lead with the upper spine as you wave the body forward to plank pose, and exhale, bend the knees, arch the spine, wave back to down dog. Again, waving the spine forward to plank on your inhale, and exhale, waving the spine back to down dog. Keep going on your inhale to plank, and exhale to down dog, moving with the breath. This time as you come to plank, shift forward, bend the elbows, hugging them in as you lower all the way to the belly, untuck your toes, reach your arms back behind you, and on an inhale, lift the chest, lift the legs, locust pose. So think about reaching forward with the chest here and pointing the toes. Chest and toes are reaching in opposite directions. Back of the neck is long. And release. From here, right arm reaches out long to the side and slightly ahead of the shoulder, palm faces down. Turn your gaze to the left. Press into your left hand and step your left foot over the right leg, coming into scorpion twist. So I like to lift my head away from the mat in this pose, but feel free to keep your right cheek to the mat. Slowly unwind, and we'll take that straight to the other side. So left arm reaches out long to the side, palm faces down, face turns to the right, press into the right hand as you step the right foot over the left leg to come into the twist. Slowly unwinding, and press yourself up onto hands and knees and round through the spine, cat pose. On an inhale, reverse this movement and lift the chest and tailbone, cow pose. And exhale, sending hips back to heels, child's pose. Inhale, rounding through the spine, coming forward to cobra, lowering the hips. And exhale, arch the spine and send the hips up and back, downward dog. Taking a moment here in down dog, just taking any movements here that feel good. And then come into stillness. On your next inhale, bend the knees and look forward. And exhale, hop the feet outside the hands, landing in Malasana Yogi Squat. So really sinking into the hips here, using your elbows to gently press the knees out wide, finding a slight engagement in the glutes so that you're not completely passive in this pose. And from here, come to sit on your mat, lifting the knees, lifting the feet, boat pose, engaging the core, reaching the arms out in front of you, lifting the chest. We're just here for a few breaths. Lowering left foot to the mat, left hand takes hold of the outer edge of the right foot, right leg straightens as much as it wants to, keeping your chest lifted and your spine long, twist from the navel to the right, right arm reaches back. Unwind your twist, crossing right arm over left, and take hold of the foot with both hands, drawing it closer towards your face, any amount, keeping as much length in the spine as you can. Releasing the foot, we'll come back into boat pose just for a second before taking that twist on the other side. So right foot lowest to the mat, right hand takes hold of the outer left foot as you straighten the left leg, sitting up tall and twist to the left, reaching that left arm behind you. And as you're in this twist, I want you to notice your breath. Now keeping the leg lifted, unwind your twist, taking hold of the foot with both hands, lifting the leg towards the face, any amount. And release, come to lie on your back, getting your yoga brick within reaching distance if you've got one. Hugging knees into chest, take some rocks from side to side. Release the feet down and place your brick underneath your sacrum on its medium height. Feet are on the mat, toes facing forward, knees bent, supported bridge pose. Arms can be by the sides, or option to take the arms overhead if you like. From here, you'll take your hands to your brick. You're doing this to keep your brick steady as you begin to lift your knees and your feet away from the mat. So your knees are stacking over the hips. You might need to readjust your brick a little bit if you feel wobbly, but once you do feel stable, you can bring the arms out to a T or just keep holding onto your brick. Okay, taking hold of your brick once more, lower the feet back down and adjust your brick so it's now on its lowest setting. And then straighten the legs out long in front of you. From here, draw your left knee in towards the chest, clasping hands around the shin, squeezing it in towards the chest, and you can take some ankle rolls here. And now begin to draw the knee out towards the left shoulder, so you're finding compression in the hip flexor. And as we're slowing right down, bring your awareness back to your breath, maybe closing down the eyes. Okay, releasing your leg back down and hugging right knee in towards the chest. Taking those ankle rolls. And then from here, drawing the knee towards the right shoulder. releasing your leg, bringing both feet to the mat. And from here, lift both legs straight up towards the ceiling. Coming into a legs up the wall variation. I love this inversion, it's super restorative and just amazing to help relax the body. Feel free to play with keeping the block under the sacrum or removing it. And if you have a wall space nearby, you can take this pose to the wall by bringing one hip up against the wall, swinging your legs up like I'm doing here, lying back, and then just shuffling in a little bit closer to the wall. In Viparita Karani, legs up the wall, is where I'm going to leave you. I invite you to stay in this pose as long as you can and enjoy the benefits that it offers. I hope this short practice has helped you to slow down and find some peace. And I hope you will join me on your mat again very soon. Namaste.